This morning. Sorry, I know I'm all up in your face with a can of mace. How are you doing this morning? Yes, we're doing good. This is oh, my grand dog. He has his toys. Let's start backwards again today, you guys. We're going to start backwards today. So I'm going to move the um treadmill around. I'm going to have it go backwards because I feel like I worked some different muscles yesterday. Okay. So we're going to get started with that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Yes, we are doing good today. Our topic is going to be my mental health is our topic for today. Okay. And yesterday we had so many conversations going where people were talking. Hey, quiet one. Everybody was, talking and, doing a whole lot yesterday. And so I want to make sure we do the same thing today, where we're talking about what are we doing for mental health? It was just well received. I think we had almost 1,800 people in our live yesterday because people were, chiming in with what they're doing. And so I want to make sure that we do that again. We do that again today. We're going to start going backwards today. Okay. We're going to start going backwards. And so what do we do to go backwards? We just turn the treadmill around. That's all we do. Okay. We just want to turn it around. Oh, and get started. Yeah, I just went ahead and got started this morning. Yes. Hey, Fletcher. Hey, Fletch, how are you? I saw a video or something you did the other day. How are you doing? It was a good video. I can't remember, Fletch, what it was about, but I remember looking and liking one of your videos. I'm staying consistent on this thing. I've been on here, oh my gosh, every Monday through Friday. We are doing what we got to do. I'm down 13 and a half pounds. It's a lot of work. This thing is too big. But it helps warm up my body. So we're going to walk a little bit on the treadmill today, and we're going to walk backwards, okay? Yes. Yes, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I've been staying consistent. My community is up to 2 million, over 2 million people. Um, so, I'm hanging on in here, just trying to come up with ways to be impactful and be creative, to talk with people and not push any negative narratives, or, it's a tough walk between trying to sort of educate and enlighten and not push any negative narratives. Y'all see, I am with my waist trainer this morning. You guys, we are showing folks, if they don't know how to be consistent. I'm gonna get my sneakers real fast, and then we'll get started. Okay. Yes, we want to get started. We're gonna put on the weighted vest this morning. We're gonna put on the weighted vest as well this morning, you guys. These are my indoor sneakers so that I can't walk on in Crocs or anything on this treadmill. This treadmill, I mean, I don't know. I'm not able to do it. But today's topic today is going to be about our mental health. And what do you do? I want us to share similarly to what we did yesterday, because we had such a great, hey, good morning, Miss V. Good morning. We had such a great turnout yesterday. We had like 1,800 people on our YT side, and we had another 1,000 people turn up on our TikTok side. And I think the reason why we had more people and more people engaged is because we were talking, everybody was having a chance to actually chime in. And so I want to have a similar format today, but I want us to talk about what are you doing to protect your mental health, okay? So that's going to be our topic, and we're going to see how we do with that, all right? So instead of me just talking the whole time, I want to ask some different questions so our community can chime in and get that type of thing going on, okay? All right, so what are we doing? So that's our topic today. What are we doing to protect our mental health? I had done a video. Kai Sinat had encouraged us to work on our mental health and to protect it or what have you. And that was one of my whoops. That was one of my motivations. So today, you guys, I'm actually walking backwards on a treadmill here. I'm walking backwards like we did yesterday because it works different it works your quads, okay? So it works different muscles than if you're walking forward, okay? So I'm actually walking backwards now, all right? So we're just doing a little warm up where we're walking backwards, all right? Yes, okay? Because apparently walking backwards, you're engaging different muscles than when you walk forwards. Yesterday, I enjoyed it so much that I said, "Hey, I'm going to start our day with a win and also start it with walking backwards." And thus and so, that's where I am. So we're just walking back. We're not walking very fast. We are, however, on an incline. Yes, we're on an incline. We're on a 5% incline. All right. And we're just going to keep going. Good morning, A Marks. How you doing? What's going on? Yes. A Marks, listen, you understood the assignment first thing in the morning. I'm not mad at that. A Marks said that watching the channels like mine is one thing you can do for your mental health. It's true. When you find a channel or you find content that you feel pours into you, it is positive, okay? It has a positive impact on your mental health. If you are watching things that, a lot of stuff that's toxic or negative or whatever, it's not going to motivate you. Okay. When I have my best days, I'm listening to some meditation music. I'm listening to something that is going to uplift me and keep me like feeling like I'm moving on the right track. Okay. All right. So, guys, with this, yes, hey Saints, hey Ty, I'm walking backwards. I'm starting my day. I'm starting to walk out the workout Ty this morning, working backwards. And one of the questions was, what are we doing on a day-to-day basis to protect our mental health? I want to make sure that we have the tools, that we have tools in our toolbox to protect our mental health. So, what are we doing? Okay. Journaling, I like journaling, okay? Journaling is something that's very good for your mental health. Why? Because, yes, thank you. Hey, Jeffrey, how you doing? Journaling is something that I do because it helps you get the junk out of your head. As I've shared with you all many, many times, we'll just have negative thoughts just pile up in our head. How do you get them out quickly without bothering yourself, without obsessing about it? Free writing, free writing, free writing. And what is free writing? Where you just write whatever comes to your head. You don't think about it. You just write whatever comes out, okay, for about 3 pages of paper. And I'm telling you, you'll feel like you're 10 pounds lighter when you do that. And why will you feel that? Because you will feel like, oh, okay, wow, I don't have this stuff on my mind. I'm going to turn this on one more click so that I can feel a little bit. Okay, good. That feels a little bit better because it felt like I wasn't doing nothing. All right. So I'm now going up a little faster. So I like that a little bit. All right. So we're just moving backwards. today. We are lifting our feet up so we're not dragging our feet. And we are walking backwards. Why are we walking backwards, you guys? It works some different muscles. So you get some quad work in the front, quad work in the back. Also, you get to work your core, okay? So we're gonna keep on going. Top of the morning, Jeffrey. I think Miss V said she likes to create art. Yes, creating art. Absolutely. I like the little, you know how to paint by numbers, but like they be real nice paint pieces. I like to paint by numbers. That's a very relaxing thing. I like to do that. Yes. Yes, all right. So we're walking backwards this morning. This is my 15-pound weighted vest, everybody. My name is Yasmin. If you are new here, we come on in the morning and we share different things, life skills, mental health, eating habits, whatever. We share different things. And our goal is to try to create a mentally strong community, but also a physically strong community. And we know that when you're living your day to day life, you know that hey, you're not perfect. We are not a perfect community, but we are a we gonna show up community. All right. And I'm trying to show you guys what's the difference in your life when you just show up every day. Okay. And so many good things happen when you just say, you know what, I'm showing up for myself. I'm showing up for myself. Okay. May not look pretty, but you showing up for yourself. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Yes. All right. So we just keeping it going. We're talking about what tools are we using to protect our mental health. I find listening to music is helpful to keep my stress down so that I don't feel flustered. Listening to music, I find super helpful. Okay. Are there any other like classical music lovers, meditation music? Does anybody else use that as a tool as to keep your mental health intact or keep it, going? Does anybody else do that? I find classical music particularly soothing. Yeah, I really do. Oh, great. Our first troll of the day. Oh, wonderful. Okay, good. So I like music. Guys, I'm so close I can just reach the trolls. That's good. Okay, he does. Hans Zimmer does a lot of the movies. I know about Hans because I'm a movie person. I know about Hans. He does a lot of the movies and he is really great. But if you get anxious at all and you want to try something to see if it soothes you, classical music, the meditation channels on YouTube, they are literally phenomenal. Okay. All right, you guys, we are walking backwards. I have been walking backwards now for 6 minutes. I think I'm going to walk backwards for 10 minutes. Oh my God. I bet you that was wonderful. Yes, I bet you that was wonderful. Seeing him in concert. I'm going to walk backwards, guys, for 10 minutes today, and then we're going to turn it around and go forward, okay? This is just something different. As I shared with you guys yesterday, we have to find new and different ways to exercise our brain just like we exercise our body, okay? New different things, okay? If you're always walking forward, okay, if you walk backward for a little while, it helps to rewire your brain, give your brain something new that it's figuring out. Because my brain is like, wait, we're on a treadmill, but we're not facing forward. What's happening? Okay. And that's what my brain is saying. Yes. Yes. Quiet One says, I love classical music because it makes me focus. Okay. Yes. I also use dance to work out emotions. Absolutely. So that's enough. So those are two tools that we're talking about, you guys, using music and using dance. A lot of times, we don't do anything as our weight. You guys know I do our little punches or whatever. And I jokingly say, oh, punch at the person who cut you off in traffic, punch at the person who messed up your subway order. But it's a real tool because we have to be thinking about how are we going to reduce our stress. Our stress doesn't reduce on its own. And so when things get in your way, you need to have tools in your toolbox, and that's how I look at it. I look at it as tools in your tool. I like all of us are workers. All of us are getting work done in our life, but how can we um navigate better with the tools we have? If I had 25 tools in my toolbox and you only got like two, I'm probably going to navigate a little bit better because I have more tools. So if you come to the job and all you have is a hammer, and I got a hammer, a saw, a screwdriver, a ruler, a measuring tape, you know what I'm saying? That person with all those tools is generally going to fare better because they're like, oh, wait, I don't need this. I need this instead. I don't need this kind of hammer. I need the rubber mallet. You feel me? And so that's what if you need an analogy to look at the why. Why do you want to learn about, new ways to do with it, to deal with things? This would be an excellent way to think about it. That you're simply, say you want to build a house and you want more than one tool. So if you're building a better body, a better brain, a better whatever, you need more than one tool to get that done. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness. You're starting to use this is another tool. The quiet one says she started to use her non-dominant hand to rewire her brain. This is what we're talking about, you guys. Thank you for sharing that. Hey Frankie, this is what we're talking about. That's another way to rewire your brain. Spend 5 minutes today. If you're right-handed, spend 5 minutes writing with your left hand. Oh, it ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be pretty, I can already tell y'all. But you know what? It's gonna be good for your brain. Your brain on the inside gonna be like, woohoo! You feel what I'm saying? So just think about that today. Okay? We're trying to learn different things that we can do to sort of strengthen our brains. All right, you guys, that was 10 minutes walking backwards. So I'm gonna turn it around and I'm going to do my other 20 minutes facing forward. Okay, all right. So you guys know I have this light treadmill, so it's pretty light. Ugh. I just lift it up and turn it around. That's it. I go back to where the little indents are, and that's it. And try not to have it land on the wire. That's all I'm doing. Whoop. All right, and that's it. So there we go. So guys, that's how we did our first 10 minutes. If anybody wants to know, that's how we did our first 10 minutes on the treadmill today. We did it backwards. And why are we trying to do things backwards? Because we're trying to rewire our brain today. Make sure you guys hydrate. Okay. All right. We're going to keep going. Yes. With this particular treadmill, once you get started, unless you're off of it for a long time, it will keep track of your time, right? It'll keep track of your time. So the only thing when you're walking backwards, you can't really walk fast, especially not starting out, because you will fall off of that thing. Okay. And so if you're walking, 3 miles an hour, 3.2, 3.3, you can't walk that fast going backwards because your brain is not your brain is not going to register that. Yes, people. How are we doing this morning? All right, let me hide this user. Oh my gosh. Mm. Sorry, you guys. I had some interesting comments. I had to get rid of them. All right. Okay. So today's topic, mental health. And you guys know I talk about boundaries all the time. How many people are getting better at their boundaries? How many people are getting better at your boundaries? And when I say better, At your boundaries, I'm talking about, not allowing yourself to be stressed. Okay. Putting on your headphones if you need to focus. Okay. How many of us, yes, how many of us are doing better with our boundaries now? Okay. Feel free to put it in the chat because I want to make sure that it's great that we're meditating. It's great that we're dancing, exercising, getting rid of the stress. But some of it is also being able to put up a boundary for people and saying, hey, these are things that I need to get done. I have to get this done. And honoring yourself and what you're doing. Yes, we are doing it. Yes, we have it going on, you guys. Yes. Lord, Miss B got jokes this morning. Miss B said, I'm too good at it. I had to start letting people back into my life. I can relate to that as well. You know, it's crazy, but I know I really like my solitude. Like there are people, they got to be around people, they got to see people, they got to go through all that stuff. I don't feel like that at all. I don't feel like I have to see people. I don't feel like that. And in fact, I really, really enjoy my solitude. A Mark says, I didn't realize a calm mind took effort. Like it just doesn't roll in like a fog. It has to be built like a house. These are facts. You have to build in your ability to find calm, to be calm. That's absolutely right. And that's why when we see so many people going off and flying off the handle and doing all that stuff, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Because they don't have a calm mind. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why for me, when I'm talking about, oh, you guys, let's punch it out. Are you meditating? Are you, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking those questions because we have to build in the calm mind. We have to find how do we protect our mental health. And let's be honest, there are a lot of people out here in this world who are very triggering. There are a lot of people out here in this world who are very triggering. And so that's why, knowing which spaces that you should go in, is being around these colleagues. Is this a safe space for you? Is being around this family member, is this a safe space for you? You have to find the places that are safe for you. And a lot of people, that's where like we get caught up, you know? Yes, yes, yes. Miss B said, I love my solitude as well. I'm serious. I could have probably been a monk. Yeah. We do. Miss B says, you guys, I love my solitude as well. But apparently, we need to socialize to be better, right? With the brain. Absolutely. So that's a very interesting it's thing because as human beings, apparently socializing is very helpful to our brain, right? And so that's an excellent point. We need that human interaction. But like, man, I like dialing it in sometimes because I just like my solitude. I like figuring out what I have to do. Another, you guys, mental health tool, puzzles. I do puzzles. Puzzles are a excellent way to sort of just get your brain to focus and to quiet your mind. Yeah, yeah. Well, A Marks is up here preaching this morning. She said, I've been coming up empty, finding the safe people in the real world. You know, guys, it's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard. I was talking to my daughter about that the other day. It's really challenging because you have so many people, their energy is weird. You know what I'm saying? People have some really weird energy. And so you have to find people who share your energy. And it's kind of crazy because you would think, human beings are so different. We should be able to be friends with all different kinds of people, right? Like that's what we would think. Doesn't seem to work like that to me. It's like if people are not very similarly aligned, you know, being able to be safe around that person is very challenging. It's very challenging. And, I would do a video. Portia Williams was talking about how, in dating, she was talking about dating. And one of the things that she was saying was that finding men to date that aren't threatened by someone's success. And, I'm sure men don't want to. Thank you, Celeb Snaps. Good morning. Welcome in. I'm sure men don't want to, you know, acknowledge that that happens. But I think that that probably happens. I think that that probably happens. It probably doesn't happen in every relationship, but I bet you there are some women who experience that. The internet, as I've continued to share you guys, very interesting place because sometimes, we're talking about finding safety in real life. People are just woo, toxic. They have a lot of pent up frustration. And then, whether they're in real life, whether they're on the internet or what have you, they're pushing that toxicity on to other people. Yes, Andrea Wilson. Yes, Andrea Wilson says, yes, because people are also dealing with different spirits. Yes, we are spiritual beings. Hallelujah. And also, we are not fighting flesh and blood, but power and principalities. Welcome in, Andrea Wilson, and thank you for that comment. It's true. It's true. We're fighting all these different spirits, really. I think that's true. I mean, sometimes, I'm learning it more and more the more content that I do and the broader my audience gets because people say stuff that you're like, what? What spirit came through you with this comment? You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And so, again, that's why today we got to talk about hey, D. Sharice, Desi Sharice, how are you? That's why we have to always talk about protecting our mental health. That's why we always have to make it um that's what we have to always do, try to protect our mental health because the people today, I don't know. And one of the things like, you'll feel so much defense. So much, you know what I'm saying? So much defensiveness. Like soon as you say something that somebody doesn't agree with, like their first response is to attack. It's not to listen, it's not to consider your opinion or anything. It is literally to attack. And so it's just a very interesting um it's a interesting time that we're living in right now, you know? Yes. Hello. Hey D Sharice, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, you know. But although, excuse me, but although people are defensive, and ready to attack, we still have to protect our mental health. We have to protect our spirit, absolutely. I have, you have to protect who you are. And I know when I'm doing videos, before I do my video, I be like, Lord, help me to make sure that one, this video connects with the right people, and this video has the right message. I literally say that before I write my scripts. Why? Because I want as much assistance and guidance to be able to create the message that is needed. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, man, how people respond be crazy. Yes, 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 Alice Van Wyck. It's so true. All women need to know self defense. We'll be working with our punches very shortly in about 6.5 minutes. I am at 23.5 minutes on the treadmill. Okay. This is my lightweight. It can fit under a desk treadmill. I'm walking at 3 miles an hour on a 5% incline. Welcome in, people on TT side. Is that Lavi? Welcome in, welcome in. Mildred, welcome in. Bridget, welcome in. Sonia, welcome in. Yes, yes, we are walking this morning. We started our day walking backwards, okay, just to engage some of our muscles, our leg muscles, differently, okay? We're about rewiring our brains and doing different things. That's what we're doing, all right? I have been doing this Monday through Friday thing since July, okay? Just coming on, walking, talking, stair stepping, talking, kettlebells, communicating, building community. Okay, I'm down 13.5 pounds. Just coming on here, kicking it with y'all. Okay, Jones, Mind Lover, or Mine, I don't Mine Ivor. How you doing? Thank you for getting #1 gifter badge. Okay, yes. Herbert, thank you so much. He said you have a beautiful spirit. I have subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much for the subscription. Yes, for subscribing. You also have a productive day. The channel continues to grow. I hope to get to 3,000 subscribers soon. I think we're somewhere in the 2,600 range. But one of the things, thank you so much, Andrea. But one of the things is, the people that you seek are seeking you. But that imposter syndrome that we talk about, it keeps us invisible. Yes, last week I did several, I think I did 1.5 really lessons on imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome will make you feel like you have to hide. Imposter syndrome will make you feel that your voice doesn't matter, that you creating a YouTube channel doesn't matter, that you showing up for yourself doesn't matter, right? And so you can't do that because it makes you when you choose invisibility, imposter syndrome wins. Okay? And so that's one of the messages and one of the themes of this page. I know I have great people in my community. I know that there are great people here, okay, who want to do great things. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to encourage you to go after your greatness. Okay? I'm going to encourage you. You don't want to be encouraged, I guess you're going to have to leave the channel. That's all I got to say about that. Yes, yes, yes. Alice Van Wyck said walking is not only good for mental health, but spiritual beings, right? You go, girl. Thank you so much for that. Yes. Um, it is. And again, because if I wasn't on here and I was just walking outside and I didn't have any music playing or whatever, I would be sort of hearing what is those thoughts that need to be communicated to me. Okay. Those are very important things because walking, guys, as we know, is another tool to protect your mental health. Yes. Hey, March, yes, look up the imposter syndrome videos, short, quickly. Imposter syndrome is when you doubt your talent or your abilities when you have the evidence that supports you have the talent and the abilities, right? And so that's really what imposter syndrome is, you know? And so I'm somebody who deals with it off and on. The thing that I share with people is why am I committed to showing up and doing things is because I battle that dragon every day. Okay. I'll do something good and then I'll hear that voice in my head, we reached 2 million. I'll hear a voice in my head, you haven't reached 3 million yet. So no matter what goal that I reach, I'll hear this voice that is basically telling me you're not good enough, that you need to keep going, that you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, and I certainly don't want to project that onto you all, but that's something that is a personal battle of mine. Like, when is enough ever enough? When is enough ever good enough? Okay. Yes, yes, you guys. We have a new person in here, you guys. The Sweet Life. Let's welcome them in. Make sure they feel at home here. Thank you so much for coming, Sweet Life. She says, "Good day. Glad you came across this feed. I'm going to get on my walking treadmill." Yes, yes. Absolutely. Well, we walk on the treadmill first, and then for 30 minutes, and then we start doing some weights. Yes, Brits. Welcome, Brits A10. How are you doing this morning? Welcome in. I don't remember seeing you before, but maybe we have. Brits 10 is saying, Brits A10 is saying, I'm realizing I deal with this. Yes, yes. A lot of us deal with it. And I'm telling you, when you my daughter was like, "Mom, you need to do another one because you're struggling today." When I tell you I deal with it all the time, it's like soon as I reach one goal, and there's like you can't even celebrate reaching one goal because your brain is telling you, well, that goal you didn't do, you didn't do so hot on that. You got to do something else. And I'm really trying to learn how to give myself grace and have compassion for myself. And so when I give you guys these topics every day, these are the topics that I'm struggling with. And I don't mind saying so. I don't mind saying, you know what? I struggle with imposter syndrome. So that's why I'm going to come up here and talk about imposter syndrome with you guys. I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us are struggling with the same things, right? And it's like when I think about imposter syndrome, like there was our former first lady, Michelle Obama, years and years ago. I think they may have still been in office, and she talked about imposter syndrome. And I was like, psh, psh, what is she talking about? Whatever. And I didn't pay it any mind. And then I noticed when I would struggle with setting a goal or completing a goal or things like that, I started paying attention, as I always tell you guys, checking with yourself with what was the negative thoughts that were coming in my head. Oh, you don't need to do that. Oh, no one's going to believe you. Oh, just all of these negative sort of like basically you're not good enough type of energy. And I was like, let me mess around and find out I've been fighting imposter syndrome and didn't even know it, right? And so that's why I share these things is because, man, if you don't, address these things within yourself, you will be fighting them on and on and on. You will keep fighting the same thing. The quiet one is giving some love, right, to our people, Sweet Life. Absolutely. We got to give some love. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and move this out the way so we can do our punches. Okay, Antonio, welcome in. Antonio, welcome in. I think imposter syndrome can be mixed up with survivor skill. Wow, okay. You don't have more than you deserve. Others aren't properly compensated. Okay, I think survivor's guilt. I think that's something too. I think I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't think I struggle with survivor's guilt so much though. I think mine is definitely um imposter syndrome. All right, you guys. So make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you get you some water in your system this morning. Okay, we're going to start working with our weights. You know, we're going to stretch. I have a little stiffness on. Oh my gosh. Oh my Ty. Oh my God. I love this so much. You guys, Ty has a testimony this morning. She said she is down um one to 153 from 163. That is 10 whole pounds. I love it. I think I appreciate that. Yasmin, you know what? Be right. I am. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't like to talk about my stuff like that, but I am thinking about doing some night streams. I don't think I would do exercise streams. I want to do more of a talk show format where this is what my thought was like, talking about some of the maybe some of the things that we talk about in the morning, but also some of my entertainment topics as well, because I really love talking about critical thinking and culture and in those types of narratives, because that has been lost in the school system, right? And so you have young people today who, yes, maybe a podcast. Absolutely. All right, you guys, because my shoulder is stiff, okay, and have guests, absolutely. People have already begun to ask, could they come and be interviewed by me? But I'll be like, let me think about that. Okay. So you feel okay. Thank you, Antonio. I appreciate that. All right, you guys, let's help me. So y'all know my left arm is stiff over here, so it hurts for me to pull it up. All right, it just is stiff in the morning. I don't know why. All right, we're gonna keep on pulling up and pulling down. All right, we're gonna do it again. All right, we're gonna pull it up and pull it down. What's the purpose of this for me? For me right here, my shoulder over here is tight, and it's been tight now for a couple of weeks, and I just want to make sure. So now it's loosening up. Y'all see how much easier that was? So that was easier for me, right? We're just going down and up. So you see how much easier for than those first two. So what this does is this is an exercise. If you are stiff in your shoulders, okay, this is something that helps you. Okay. Now, because we have these in our hands, I want to show you a different thing. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Antonio says he loved to see me do a show or something. I feel genuine and opinionated, and I'm genuinely opinionated. Yes. Oh my gosh. Be right, really. I'm gonna put you to sleep. I don't know if that's gonna be helpful. I need one of those not gonna put my audience to sleep voices. All right, y'all. So my daughter told me about this exercise. We're gonna work on our core, but since we already have our dumbbells in hand, we're gonna hold these overhand and we're going to march in place. One, okay, two. This is supposed to help. Three. This is supposed to. Four, five. Okay, Ty, I want you to make sure you're going to be coming on down some more. Six, seven. Get this core in, you guys. Eight, nine, 10. All right. Yesterday, this guy contacted me, you guys, and said he wanted to be my music partner, so that I could, I don't know what he wanted to do voice wise, but he was like, your voice is great, I want to do something with you. And I responded, I cannot sing, so I don't know what you're talking about. All right, y'all, let's do 10 more of these. Basically, all you're doing is you're putting your dumbbells all the way up in the air and you're lifting. Okay, that's a 12, 13, 14, we are marching. 15, we are marching. 16, we are marching. 17, we are marching. 18, we are marching. 19, we are marching. 20. We are marching. Yes, these are called the standing dumbbell march, okay? And what these are doing, these are helping us. Hey, what's happening, Lisa Miller? These are helping us get our core together, okay? If we're trying to get our core together, this is something that can help us. You know, I'm trying to give us a new exercise. Let's go ahead and do 10 more and get to 30, you guys. We're just trying something new. That's all we're doing today. We are trying something new. So we're overhead, up, up, 20, 21, we're marching, 22, we're marching, 23, lift them up, 24, lift them up, 25, lift them up, 26, lift them up, 27, lift them up, 28, lift them up, 29, lift them up, 30. All right, so yeah, so that's pretty cool. So it's really great for us to come up with different ways to again rewire our brain. All right, here's our oldie but goodie. Let's get our punches in. Punch, punch, one. Punch, punch, two. Punch, punch, three. Punch, punch, four. Punch, punch, five. Punch, punch, six. Punch, punch, seven. Punch, punch, eight. Punch, punch, nine. Punch, punch, 10. All right. You guys notice since I've been doing my exercises like that. Yes, my shoulder is a lot looser, so hallelujah for that. So if anybody has arm stiffness, please try to do that. The quiet one says no one can truly sing like they did back in the day. That Mariah Carey, she can still sing, and that daughter got her octave range too, but it's computer generated. Yes, it's auto tune. Yes, absolutely. All right, you guys, let's keep punching. Yes. Hey, Rockin' Johnny, punch, punch, 11. Punch, punch, 12. Punch, punch, 13. You guys, we're getting out our frustration. Punch, punch, 14. Punch, punch, 15. Punch, punch, 16. Punch, punch, 17. Punch, punch, 18. Punch, punch, 19. Punch, punch, 20. All right, we are punching with intention this morning. Make sure you are hydrating, okay? Make sure you are hydrating. We're going to do what we got to do. Yeah, so I've been thinking about, hey, MJ, thank you so much for getting the number one gifter badge. Thank you so much for sending not one rose, but three roses this morning. Yes, I love a good rose. Thank you so much, MJ. We have been talking about what can we do to protect our mental health. We've talked about, I think we have meditating, boundaries, dance. Okay, we want to make sure that we are sharing different ways to make sure that we keep our mental health strong. We always want to remember that the more tools that you have in the toolbox to use when you have a crisis, the better off you are. Thank you, Rockin' Johnny. You feel beat up, Rockin' Johnny. Thank you for the rose. Okay. Yes, moving physically and forward. That's right. And these are our punches where we feel like something frustrated, like, man, that Google Workspace frustrated me yesterday. So I'm going to think about punching Google Workspace right now. All right. So we're going to punch, punch 20, punch, punch 21. Punch, punch 22, punch, punch 23, punch, punch 24, punch, punch 25, punch, punch 26, punch, punch 27, punch, punch 28, punch, punch 29, punch, punch 30. All right. Okay. That's what we're doing. Now we're going to go and we're going to do the other side. Let's stretch a little more. Yes, MJ, thank you. What are you going to share? I hope it's not X-rated. Share it with you. Share it with us, MJ. And if it's not X-rated, I'll read it out loud. Thank you so much for my daily heart me. You guys, also, boom, right? Look at that. That's a lot better, even though I don't have my weights, you guys. So that little exercise that we're doing now, it opens up this crease right in here. Okay. So make sure if you're like me and you get stiff, be willing to try this kind of stuff. It will help you. All right. And oh yes, CC wine is. Oh, okay, yeah. I like the wine. Is they're pretty cool. Um, Yes. So A Mark says, also for mental health is keeping my surroundings decluttered. Clutter just weighs me. Yes, yes, weighs you down. I agree with that. I agree with that as well. All right, you guys, let's punch from this left side. All right, MJ, we waiting with bated breath. We don't hear what you're saying regarding stress. Yes, yes, CC Winans is good, but what did you think about her brother telling the people that hey, they didn't give enough money when they got to the front of the church? All right, y'all, let's go. Punch, punch, one. Punch, punch. That was a mess, two. Punch, punch, three. Punch, punch, four. Punch, punch, five. Punch, punch, six. Punch, punch, seven. Punch, punch, eight. Punch, punch, nine. Punch, punch, 10. MJ said, I meant you saying punching Google Teams a great way. Yes, it sure is. It sure is. It messed me up. It was really Chat GPT. You listen to the chat, you advise you how to do something, and then it mess your whole situation up, which is what happened to me yesterday. All right, punch, punch, 11, punch, punch, 12, punch, punch, 13, punch, punch, 14, punch, punch, 15, punch, punch, 16, punch, punch, 17, punch, punch, 18, punch, punch, 19, punch, punch, 20. We have our community member Ty is down 10 pounds. Ty, what do you think? Tell us, Ty, if you can. I know you're probably punching and swinging. What do you think has been the biggest, sort of I don't know, gift, blessing, learning point for you getting rid of those 10 pounds with us? What was like the big thing that you think helped you the most get rid of your 10 pounds? Yes, quiet one. Yes, quiet one. You and a lot of other people. Come on now. Punch, punch, 11. Punch, punch, 12. Punch, punch, 13. Punch, punch, 14. It's a turn off. Punch, punch, 15. Punch, punch, 16. Punch, punch, 17. Punch, punch, 18. Punch, punch, 19. Punch, punch, 20. You know, like so many people try to explain his reason why he did it that way and blah 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 and this and that. And fine, there's always an explanation for everything, right? We get that. But it's still um optically it looks bad. And when you have people who are so distrustful of the church in different ways, are they going to use my money properly? Are these people, are they really the character? Do they have the moral fortitude that they're trying to tell me to have? People got issues, right? And so when you see something like that, it more or less confirms, nah, I don't want to do that. And so that's the uphill battle, and it felt very embarrassing. It felt very like I was embarrassed for that lady. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Keenan Canton, how you doing? So Ty, you guys, Ty has told us that she is down 10 pounds through working with us. So what a blessing that is. She is down 10 pounds, and she said working her core due to it was humongous. I guess she's saying that her core was out of control, but working that, I bet you those kettlebells helped. I bet you those kettlebell help. Keenan Canton, how you doing? So, guys, what I want to say to that is one, Ty, congratulations. I'm so proud of you, and I thank you for showing up with us as much as you have and have as long as you have. But guys, just keep going. Okay, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Just like Dory, the little swimming fish in Finding Nemo, just keep going. Okay, it's not necessarily always about like, okay, well, did I hit every ball out the park today? It's not about that. It's about the fact that you're changing your lifestyle and you're showing up for yourself every day. Hey, did I eat the chocolate cake today? Maybe I did. You feel what I'm saying? But we're going to keep on going, right? Because it is about, my son will tell me, he's a math guy, will tell me it's not the law of averages, but I always call it the law of averages because if you can show up more than you don't show up, you going to win. You going to win. So just keep that in mind. The quiet one says, yeah, congrats to Ty. Yes, everybody, we got to make sure we send her love because that's an example of just having community showing up with you, what can happen. Quiet one says she was highly upset when she saw it. Her offering could have been somebody's rent, yet it wasn't enough for him. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get these last 10 in. Good morning. Good morning, Lalia. How you doing? Good morning, y'all. Going to subscribe. Get your walking pad. Yes, get your walking pad. And listen, I ain't trying to spend your money, but a lot of us have our little weight vests as well, and we liking it. All right, y'all. Punch, punch, 20. I think we're on 20, right? Punch, punch, 21. Punch, punch, 22. Punch, punch, 23. Punch, punch, 24. Punch, punch, 25. Punch, punch, 26. Punch, punch, 27. Punch, punch, 28. Punch, punch, 29. Punch, punch, 30. Now, you guys, do you guys see the difference of how slow I was going when I started and I couldn't even hardly lift these up like this? Look at this, you guys. You see what I'm saying? This is why stretching matters. This is why y'all saw when I did them first two stretches, I was like, right? Okay? I was not pretending. I was really feeling it, okay? Because for some reason when I wake up in the morning, I wake up with a stiff left shoulder. I don't know. I don't know why. I wish I could explain it. I don't know why, but it'd be stiff. All right? So just think about that. Get your kettlebells out, get your heaviest weight out. We're going to do some kettlebells. Okay. And again, my shoulder, I still feel it in there, but it's not the pain that I was feeling when I started, you guys. So please, this is a great stretch to stretch over here too. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All we're doing, you got your crux of your elbow right here. You just take your other elbow and you're pulling it up. Okay. That's all you're doing. All right. And you're counting off. If you do 10 on one side, you want to do 10 on the other. Oh, Lord. Thank you, mindset money. Right, right. But the point of it is, no, we didn't see. Wait a minute. No, we didn't see the whole video. We didn't see the whole video, right? You're right. But the whole point is when you talk to people like that, whether you see the whole video or not, it looked like he was shaming his own parishioner. The way, the tone in which the man used was out of pocket. It was out of pocket, sir. So whether you look at the 8 minutes or the 80 or 80 minutes, the way the tone was crazy. So it's not only what you say, it's how you say it. You feel me? It's not only what you say, it's how you say it. And how it was said, and it sound too good. Well, I don't know. I mean, again, I can't argue with it on editing. I just know it didn't feel like a good look. You guys count this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, you guys. 8, 9, 10. A lot of stuff is edited, and I'll give you that. But in a day where people are so distrustful because of the things that they've seen from the church, we don't have a whole margin of error. The church does not have a large more margin of error on that. So that's where I'm gonna go with that one. All right, y'all, get your kettlebells out because it's kettlebell swing time. All right. So 1, come on, y'all. 2, I'm not doing my heavy one because y'all know I got this stiffness over here, okay? 4, we got this thing. 5, come on, y'all. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we got this. 11, come on, y'all. 12, we got it. 13, 14, 15. Let's see if we can go through 16 to 20, 17, 18. Let's work our core this morning. 19, 20. All right. We're going to go. We're going to do 20 more. Yes. Yeah, they do. Ty says, yeah, the short and clipping did not, but people have to be mindful of how they use recording devices, and they have to be mindful of how they use their oral devices also. We can't put it all on the people who are recording. I think in the editing, I don't know. I just think that people are so distrustful, and you just always have to be, and you have to try, and it's hard because I feel like I have to do the same thing. Like you're just trying to be as intentional with your speech as possible, and it's challenging. I'll give you that. Ty said she's too vain, so she didn't like how I was looking. I have some vanity also when it comes to that kind of stuff, and that'd be a motivation. But you know what? It's okay. You guys, I'm just getting up in here, just doing a little bit of rotation here on my arm because I still feel my little soreness, okay? All right, you guys, we did 20. Let's see if we can do 30 and knock this out. We can do it. We can do it. Remember, we was up to 140 at one time. Where was my stiff shouldered in, y'all, when I was doing 140? Wasn't there, was it? All right. All right. 20, 21, 22. Use your core. 23. Pump it up. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. We got this, y'all. 32. Pump it up. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Come on, y'all. 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Come on. 47, 48, 49, 50. Let's get it on, you guys. Let's get it on. We did 50 today. Yes. Thank you so much, J Mac, for keep getting the number 2 gifter badge. J Mac says keep pushing and training. That's right. We don't have to be perfect, but we do need to show up. Oh my God. Ty up here saying a word now. She up here. Thank you so much, Snaps, for liking the live. I have 1,000 likes. So let me do my end zone dance, you guys. Yes. Ty says getting older, it's hard to lose weight, and I have to be consistent. I mean, I think everybody is getting older unless you're out of here. And it's true. And so that's why it's really about just showing up for yourself, finding a way like, hey, if you like what we're talking about, come for the conversation and then be like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jog in place while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Because find something that's going to motivate you to show up. That's the whole bottom line. And for whoever was saying, I don't remember which handle was saying they were going to get the walking pad, the weighted vest, it will turn it up just a little bit. My daughter, who walks all the time, does all sorts of exercise, she started using the 8 pound, and she was like, "My God, I noticed it." And she was just using the 8 pound. So to Ty's point, it definitely helps. Okay, it definitely helps. Let's go around the torso with our weight, you guys. We're just gonna bend our knees a little bit, and we're gonna switch from hand to hand. 1, 2, we're just going around. 3, whoa, don't drop it like I almost did. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You just bend down. 11, get them leg burn. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, we gotta go to the leg through 20. Okay, we're going to take the same thing. We're going to take our kettlebell and we're going to weave it through both our legs. It's going to give some strength up here, some workout to our upper arms or what have you, our torso, and also our legs. We also, I know I have a lot of my ladies on this side. We want to keep as strong as we can. We want to be as strong as we can. We want our muscles, we want to feel those muscles for as long as we can. Okay. So, okay, we're going through. That's a loop 1. All right. 2. We're just pulling it through. 3. We're just doing a figure 8. 4. 5. We're just doing it. 6. 7. You can do this. 8. You can do this. 9. 10. We already did 10, y'all. We can do this. 11. 12. This is gonna 13. Get your legs more toned. 14. 15. We got this, you guys. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. All right. So you're gonna make sure. Hey, what's happening, Miss Tina? Hey, Miss Tina, how you doing? You're gonna make sure when you're going through, it is gonna get your heart rate up. You are going to be burning some calories, okay? And again, you guys, I have my kettlebells in my showcase. I have my the treadmill in the showcase. I have the weighted vest in the showcase, and I have some dumbbells in the showcase, okay? And so again, as you get older, you need, thank you to Miss Tina for liking the live. um you have to come up with a way that your lifestyle works for you. Yesterday, a couple days ago, Ty said, hey, what's my motivation? I'm trying to stay out the hospital. I don't want to be going having to go to the doctor. I think Quiet One said something about mental health, right? We're talking about somebody said, maybe it was Miss V, somebody said something about not wanting to be a burden to their family. We have to find a way to motivate ourselves to show up for ourselves. What is your why? Okay. This is what I want you guys to thinking about. What in today's topic, what are you doing to protect your mental health? All right, Ty, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. Have a quiet one. Have a wonderful Wednesday. That was quiet one. Yes. Sorry about that. Yes. Have a wonderful Wednesday. So today's topic, protect your mental health. Don't be afraid. If it's time for you to meditate, you're having stress. Get rid of that stress. Go ahead and meditate. Find your safe space, okay? If you don't have any safe space, be solitude on your own. Do not, if you don't have safe people, okay? It's okay. All right. I want you guys to remember that today. It is okay to have to go it alone sometimes. Okay. I know I have a lot of people. Thank you, A Marks. I know a lot of people come into my lives and they're, scripture quoting and things like that. And one of the things that I want to say about that is that a lot of people in religion have to do stuff by themselves. Okay, it's not always about you have a bunch of people who agree with you. So if you're someone who feels you're very religious, remember, a lot of times you got to be by yourself, and that's okay. All right, they don't. There's not that phrase. It's lonely at the top for no reason. Okay, it is lonely at the top. When you are trying to do things and change and grow, right? People start falling off. People start falling off because they can't relate to you. They start falling off, right? So, how do you keep on with your ascension when people are falling off? You got to realize you got to go some things alone, and that's okay. If the worst thing that happens to you is that you make it to the top and you reach your goals by yourself, oh my goodness, woe is you. You did everything you had to do. You lived out what your life was supposed to be. We're gonna cry for you, but we really gonna be crying happy tears, okay? Because you have managed to figure out what you need to do. So, all right, y'all, that's gonna wrap up our workout for today. I love y'all so much. I appreciate you guys showing up. I mean, in those wins, we're losing weight. We got 10 pounds down. I'm at 13 and a half pounds. Listen, we are doing it and we are doing it in a way where we're enjoying it. We're not hating it, right? We're not hating it. So keep on showing up with us. I will see you tomorrow. Today was hump day. We already got over the hump. What's up with that? We got over the hump. What they, you know what I'm saying? What they saying to us? We already got over the hump. So I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Peace.